Today we're going to make another Disney Christmas craft. This time we're doing a Mike Wazowski Christmas tree ornament. This is really simple because, yeah, Mikey is basically a big round head with one big eyeball. So it's really just a bunch of circles. You could do this with any ornament shape. I decided to use the circle because I wanted to be consistent with all of the ornaments I've been doing this week and just change the character accents. So I'm going to go upload and I'm going to grab the SVG file that I've been using for this ornament. I do have a link to download that SVG file on my website, and the tutorial will be in the description for this video. And I'm going to change that to 5. You can make this any size you want. I am just doing 5 inches to kind of be consistent because I wanted all my ornaments to be the same size. But you do you. You don't have to follow me exactly. Just learn the process for the steps. Okay, so now we click on the ornament. All 3 layers are grouped together so that I can resize them all together. I can ungroup them and then I can work with just the white piece. But another trick that I want to show you is click on it on the layers panel. When you just click on the white layer in the layers panel, now you're only going to change the color of that layer. So now I can change just that layer to green. Okay, so now I want to make all the parts for Mike's eye. And I did actually go to my images and grabbed a Mike Wazowski because at first I was like, is he just black and white for his eye? And then that's where I saw that his little eyeball does have that little accent of blue or teal. So I'm going to kind of keep this in here just for a guide. Okay, so now let's go to shapes. And I'm going to insert a circle. And that's going to be white for his big white eyeball. And there's no right or wrong size. I started off like that. I was like, dude, that looks kind of big. So let's make it a little bit smaller and just kind of play with it and see what happens. And I just found a size that I liked. And I'm using this one as an example. But depending on the size of your ornament, your eyeball is going to be different sizes too. Okay? So that's good for my eyeball. Okay, so now I'm going to right click and duplicate that. The other way to duplicate is to click duplicate up here. Duplicate is just copy paste all in one move. Okay. So now we make the black of his eye. I'm going to go a little smaller. I hate to use this pun, but I'm just going to kind of eyeball this. Oh, please tell me you all groaned. It's a joke like my son would say. Okay, so this one's going to be black. Okay, so now let's duplicate that. And we just want this a hair smaller. And that's going to be the teal. Okay. So that's looking pretty good. So now with this teal one, I could make another black circle that I stack on top. Or I could slice a circle from this one. And I think I'm going to go with the slice option. So I'm going to take this one and duplicate it and make it smaller. And I think I want it a little bit smaller. Okay, so now when I take both of those and select them and I go align center, let's just go a little bit smaller on that one. There we go. Align center. Now I can slice the little one from the big one. And because I sliced it, it's a ring. So now when I layer it over the top, the black from underneath shows through. So It's kind of a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other if you want to layer another black circle over the top or just make your own little dot. Okay, so the last thing we need is that little teeny tiny little white circle for the dot of his eye. So I'm going to just do this and make that white and make it super tiny and burn it in here. Maybe even a little tinier. There you go. A Mike Wazowski Christmas tree ornament. I can now delete this because I was just using that to kind of be my guide and match colors and things. So if you liked this tutorial, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube and drop me a comment. Let me know if you learned something new, like my little trick about using the layers panel or how to slice, or what other projects you'd like to see me make. I love to hear from you. Thanks.